We remember at the round table. The circle is activated, and consciousness takes shared form. 12 positions surround the center, sustaining a living geometry. Here, a natural order is established, an alliance of perception that opens a new state of consciousness. The archetypes of being arrange themselves to recalibrate the origin of the Philosopher's Stone, the one that aligns mind, heart, and action to manifest heaven on earth. At the center of the circle, Excalibur defines the axis and marks the north. Throughout this cycle, its form is expressed as sulfur. This is the substance we bring into order. The 16th particle of the stone appears as the burning stone, ready to be observed and refined through the different perspectives offered by the Wheel of the 12. Today we share the perspective of transformation. The Throne of Scorpio opens the 8th position and directs our attention to sulfur dioxide as a toxic respiratory agent. From this seat, sulfur reveals itself as the element that crosses the boundary between industrial utility and tissue destruction, as the atom whose oxide SO2 irritates the respiratory tract, triggers bronchospasms in people with asthma, and contributes to acid rain when oxidized into atmospheric sulfuric acid. What ignited became mineralized, transmitted biogeochemical information, protected protein architecture, shown in yellow, refined therapeutic precision, and maintained redox balance now finds transformation through its corrosive shadow. SO2 released by volcanic eruptions and the combustion of fossil fuels can reach concentrations of parts per million that damage the pulmonary alveoli. Every acute exposure to 5 parts per million for 30 minutes irritates the entire respiratory tract. Every transformation crosses the threshold between being a bearer of fertility and a bearer of tissue toxicity. Sulfur inhabits the boundary between agricultural fertilizer and atmospheric pollutant, the combustion processes that teach through damage to lung tissue, and a cycle of destructive transformation that reveals the dark power of fire as it scorches the respiratory system. Seen from the Throne of Scorpio, the burning stone discovers transformative intensity within its toxic shadow, the power to teach through corrosion, and the capacity for regeneration once the damage is understood. Autoignition becomes the alchemy of conscious corrosion. Its own fire organizes itself as transformation through oxidation. Excalibur calibrates the particle when mind, emotion, and body align along the same axis of conscious toxic transformation. A candle is lit before you as a reflection of the center. Its flame reveals the state of the inner burning stone and accompanies the fine calibration of the particle. As you hold your gaze upon it, transformation is activated, and the 8th face of the Philosopher's Stone is polished. Sulfur is regenerated through awareness of its shadow. The will continues its conscious rotation. Thus, today we perform this task. Mind focus. Hold one affirmation inwardly throughout the entire practice. I am transforming the toxic potential of sulfur through consciousness. Allow your mind to remain penetrating and serene at this point. Emotion, cleansing with the candle. Place a lit candle in front of you. Observe it silently for at least 3 complete breaths. Allow the flame to dissolve emotions associated with destructive fire, emotional fires that corrode, denial of toxic power, and wounds that continue to burn. Emotion is brought into order through conscious transformation. Action, integration into the body. Pour yourself a glass of water. Hold the glass between your hands and say, I am transformed sulfur. Repeat it 3 times with full awareness. Drink the water slowly, integrating the alchemy of conscious corrosion into your body. Alchemical seal. I am the new state of consciousness. Avra Kehdabra, I create as I speak.